What does it mean to channel your inner greatness? In order to manifest your destiny, you will have to channel your inner greatness. And in order to channel your inner greatness, you're going to have to realize some things. You're going to have to realize, Andrews, South Carolina, that you may need to leave home before you can help home. You're going to have to realize that some of you are woke and not awake. And lastly, you're going to have to realize that the promise before you is always greater than the pain behind you. I remember it like yesterday. I was on the campus of Howard University, and I was just thinking to myself, of all the times I've been places, I've shared my story, and shared my story. But one time always sticks out to me. It was when I was speaking to Dr. Carrie Singleton's charter school in Winsburg County. I was speaking to the football team, and I was going in. I was giving them the business. I mean, I was really giving it to them, guys. And I messed up because they were 5-year-olds. And I realized maybe you don't want to scream or project your voice at 5-year-olds. But it was amazing because when it was time for us to take pictures, the coach, he yelled out something and it got their attention. The coach said, "Break down." And all of the students stopped what they were doing and they said, "Ah." And I was like, "Yo, coach, you got to teach me that." I was like, "Yo, what does that mean? Like, can you tell me?" And coach was like, "Hold on, break down." And the students did it again. They said, "Ah." And the coach did it one last time. And I was like, oof. So I'm going to teach you guys what that coach taught me that day. When I say break down, you say, "Ah." All right, let's try it out. Break down. Ooh. All right, one more time. Break down. Oh, come on, guys. Hold on now. It's just the "ah," not a "ah." All right. But the last time the coach said it, he said it in a different way. He said it the same, but it was just a little different. It was with more intensity. The coach said, "Break down." And all of the 5-year-olds was like, "Ah." I was like, ooh. So we're going to try it again, but this time we're going to run it from the top. All right? You guys ready? Break down. Break down. This time I want you to break down. Ooh-wee. I love it, man. That thing gets me fired up every single time. I was like, "Yo, coach, you got to teach me, what does that mean? Like, tell me about it. What is it?" He said, "Melqaam, I needed something to tell my kids when they're on the field, and if we're getting beat, I needed a moment where I could say to them, I believe in you so much that I would never give up on you. So when I'm saying breakdown, it's letting them know that no matter what, as a coach, I'll never give up on my students." And he said when they're saying, that's letting me know that they can never give up on myself. I said, "Coach, you got them saying they'll never give up on themselves." He said, "That's right, Melqaam." I took a step back. I ran up to coach. I said, "Coach, I'll never give up." Coach said, "Son, you're not on my team." I realized that the reason why many people in Andrews, South Carolina has given up is because they're on the wrong team. When greatness is calling you and you pick up, you better be ready. Because if you hang up on greatness, it may never call you again. It was on August 21st, 2011, the day that changed my life forever. I was on the campus of Coastal Carolina University, a PWI, fresh to death in my polo attire, long black dreadlocks. I can just remember it. I would go to house parties after house parties. I would go to parties after parties. And no matter where I went, I was always the life of the party. If you wanted to drink, you found me. If you wanted to smoke, you found me. If you wanted to dance and have a good old time, you found me. I was known as black. And man, for some reason, the ladies love me. They say blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. I was dripping, baby. What happened? On August 21st, 2011, I got a text message from a young lady while I was at a house party. She said, "Hey, Mel, where you at?" And I was so smooth, I said to her, "I'm at wherever you at." She said, "Well, I'm at Broadway at the beach." Told my boys, "Yo, I'm about to leave this party. I'm about to go check her out, see what she's talking about." I got there. I texted her. I said, "Me too." Yo, when I got there, I called my boys and told my boys they have to come pick me up. My eyes were swollen. And I know many of you are probably thinking, "Wow, Melqaam," or "Wow, Black, she was that gorgeous." That your eyes were swollen? The reason why my eyes were swollen that day was because I had got attacked at Broadway at the beach. 4 guys attacked me. And I can remember my best friend telling me the story of when he called my mom and he said to her, "Miss Shaw, you need to get to Grand Strand Hospital. Melqaam is on life support." When I was on life support, I could hear everything. I could feel everything. I could see everything, even though my eyes were closed. I remember the doctor saying, "Mr. Shaw, you are here at Grand Strand Hospital in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You were attacked at Broadway at the beach. 4 guys attacked you, and we have you in what we call a medically induced coma." Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in this position, but when you're placed in an induced coma, what they're trying to do is stop the brain from swelling. Something so traumatic has happened to you that your brain is now swelling. I was trapped inside of my own body. I could hear my mom saying, "Baby, baby, baby, it's going to be okay." I could hear my boys saying, "Black, black, black, wake up, wake up, wake up." Some of you guys are woke, but not awake. Andrews, you're still living in 1990s, and it's the year 2020. When are you going to wake up? No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And in order to do so, you are going to have to leave the 90s when you were thriving and come to the 2020s. You are going to have to realize that when you were thriving, it was okay. But in the 2020s, your kids are suffering. Your kids are suffering. Your kids are suffering because you are still home in the 1990s. When are you going to leave home so that you can help home? You are the reason why your family has generational curses. So when I tell you, you better channel your inner greatness and manifest your destiny, I'm speaking from experience. I don't need no statistics to tell me. I know. When I walk, the ground shakes. When I was trapped inside of my own body, I could just feel everything. I could hear everything. And I had to fight so hard to get out of that thing. Even though my eyes were closed, there were things that I could see. There were things that I could hear that I even couldn't hear. And when I got the chance, I was fighting so hard for myself. And when that chance came, when it was there, presenting itself to me, I took it. I stepped into the light. And when you step into your light, it's game over. I got kicked out of Coastal Carolina after I was on life support because I carried what they call a strap. I was protecting myself so my mom and my grandma would never have to see their baby boy as a vegetable again. I got kicked out. Unlawful carrying of a pistol, simple possession of marijuana. I got kicked out of Coastal Carolina. Ended up at Howard University, the HBCUs of the HBCUs. I crossed Omega Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha chapter. They say where I come from, people don't do what I did. And now I'm back to tell you where you come from makes you stronger. The doctor said, Melqaam Shaw, they hit you in the head with a crowbar. And the only thing that saved your life that night, was the fact that you had dreadlocks. The first time in 2 years I ever put my dreadlocks in a ponytail. He said the thickness of your hair saved your life. Even though the dreadlocks saved my life, I made a decision to change my life. Omega Psi Fraternity Incorporated Alpha Chapter, I did that. 14 brothers following me, so I can never make a wrong move. If I make a move, my brothers are done for. So I have to always walk in my purpose. I have to always walk into my destiny. I have to always speak it to existence. Andrews, when are you going to realize that it's over? When are you going to realize that you have to save home? When are you going to realize that the surrounding counties need you to tap into you, to open your eyes and see what's on the inside and not the outside? When are you going to realize that the pain that's behind you is so less than the promise before you? A wise man once said to me, Melqaam Shaw, Dr. Shaw, after I was kicked out of Howard, before even getting into a doctoral program, he said, Dr. Shaw, the promise is always greater than the pain behind you. Andrews, Williamsburg, Georgetown, the you that is sitting here, but not that you, the you that is on the inside of you. When are you going to realize that there's something inside of you that you need to pull out in order to save your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids? When are you going to realize that it is now no more 1990s, 1909s? There is no more Oneida. There is no more Seaboard Railroad. There is no more. When are you going to have your last name on something? When is it going to be Andrews Railroad? When is it going to be your thing? So this time, when I leave you, I want you to always remember what that coach told those students that day. But when you say it this time, when you say, I want you to think about what it means to be awakened. When you say that second, I want you to think about what it means to leave home in order to help home. And when you say that, I want you to think about what it means that the promise before you is greater than the pain behind you. Run it from the top. Here we go. You guys ready? Yeah. Break down. Break down. Break down. My name is Melqaam Shaw, and I'm live from the 843.